Americans are told the same story from childhood. Work hard, save a little every month, stay loyal to your job, and when you retire, you will be fine. That story is a lie. Right now, the average American retiree has just $288,700 saved. The amount actually needed to retire comfortably in 2026, $823,800. That is a $535,000 gap, and 29% of retirees, nearly 1 in 3, have zero saved at all. In the next 14 minutes, I am going to show you the real reasons this is happening, not the ones you have been told, and exactly what you need to do right now so you do not become the statistic. Here's what we are covering today. The 5 real reasons most Americans retire broke, none of which are what you think. And at the end, the exact steps someone in their 20s, 30s, or 40s needs to take right now to make sure retirement is not a financial disaster. Stay until the end. Reason number 4 is the one that catches almost every hardworking American completely off guard. It is already happening to most of you watching this right now. Before we get into the reasons, let me show you exactly how bad this crisis actually is. According to a 2026 survey by Clever Real Estate of 1,000 retired Americans, the average retiree today has just $288,700 saved. But those same retirees say you need $823,800 to retire comfortably in 2026. In 1 year, the target went up by $243,000, and the average person is still sitting at $288,700. Now here's the number that should scare every working American under 50. According to Northwestern Mutual's 2026 Planning and Progress study, Americans themselves say they need $1.46 million to retire comfortably. The median retirement savings of the typical American right now? $87,000. $1.46 million needed, $87,000 saved. That is a gap of $1.37 million. And 42% of Americans have less than $10,000 saved for retirement right now. 64% of current retirees say the United States is in a retirement crisis. Only 41% believe retirement will even be possible for the typical American in 25 years. These are not numbers from pessimists. These are numbers from people who already went through retirement and are living the reality. So why is this happening? Because the real reasons have nothing to do with what most people think. Real reason number 1. The pension system disappeared, and nobody replaced it with anything that works the same way. Here is what most people do not understand about retirement history in America. 50 years ago, if you worked for a decent company, you got a pension, a guaranteed monthly check for the rest of your life. You did not have to make any investment decisions. You just worked and the company funded your retirement. Then, between 1980 and 2000, corporations quietly switched from pensions to 401k plans. On the surface, this sounded like a good deal. You control your own retirement, your money, your choices. But here's what nobody explained. With a pension, the company carried the risk. They had to fund it no matter what the market did. With a 401k, you carry all the risk. If the market crashes the year before you retire, your savings crash with it. And here is the part that destroyed millions of retirement plans. 67% of workers have access to a 401k, but less than half of those workers actually opt in. And of those who do opt in, most contribute far too little. The typical employee contribution rate is just 5% to 6% of salary. Financial experts say you need to save 15% of your income for retirement. Most Americans are saving 1/3 of what they actually need. And as one financial expert put it, shifting from pensions to 401ks is like giving someone a car key but never teaching them how to drive. The system changed completely. The financial education never followed. Real reason number 2. Social Security was never designed to replace your income, but most Americans are counting on it like it will. Here is the cold reality. The average Social Security monthly benefit in 2026 is approximately $2,000 per month. That is $24,000 per year. The average American spends $48,000 per year in basic living expenses. Social Security covers half. And 61% of older Americans already say the average Social Security payment is not enough to live on, according to AARP's 2026 Financial Security Trends Survey. But here is where it gets worse. The Social Security Administration itself has warned that the combined trust funds will only be able to pay full expected benefits until 2034. That is 8 years away. After 2034, without congressional action, benefits could be cut by 20% to 25%. For someone who is 40 today, Social Security in their retirement years may look very different from what it looks like now. And yet Social Security is the primary source of income for retirees with household incomes below $50,000. Millions of Americans are building their entire retirement plan on a foundation that may not hold. Real reason number 3. Most Americans start saving for retirement too late, and they have never seen the math that shows how catastrophic that actually is. Here is a comparison that will change how you think about time and money forever. Person A starts investing $300 per month at age 25. At the stock market's historical average return of 7% per year, by age 65, they have $791,000. Person B starts investing the exact same $300 per month, but waits until age 35. Same return. Same amount. By age 65, they have $378,000. One 10-year delay cost person B $413,000 in retirement wealth. Same money, same discipline, same return. The only difference was when they started. Now here's the data behind why so many Americans start late. 42% of Americans have saved less than $50,000 for retirement, according to AARP's 2026 survey. The National Institute on Retirement Security found that the median amount saved across all workers, including those with zero saved, is just $955. And 20% of adults over age 50 report having no retirement savings at all. These are not people who plan to retire broke. These are people who kept saying, "I will start next year." And next year became a decade, and a decade became 2. And the math of compounding interest does not forgive delay. Real reason number 4. This is the one I told you would catch most people off guard. It is called lifestyle inflation, and it is silently destroying retirement savings for millions of hardworking Americans who think they are doing everything right. Here is how it works. You get a raise at work, an extra $500 per month. What do you do with it? Most people, within 3 to 6 months, have expanded their lifestyle to match the new income. Nicer car payment, better apartment, more subscriptions, more dining out. The raise disappears into a higher standard of living, and retirement savings stay exactly the same. This happens over and over. Every raise, every bonus, every promotion. Income goes up, lifestyle goes up, savings stay flat. This is not a failure of discipline. It is a failure of system, and the data confirms exactly how widespread it is. According to the Employee Benefit Research Institute's 2026 Retirement Confidence Survey, only 61% of workers feel confident they will have enough money for retirement. That is a 6-point drop from 2025, one of the lowest readings since 2017. These are workers who are earning more than ever, with access to better investment tools than any previous generation, and they are less confident about retirement than they were a year ago. Because income without a deliberate saving system just becomes a more expensive lifestyle. The formula for retirement is not earn more. It is earn more, and systematically protect a percentage before lifestyle can touch it. Real reason number 5. Debt is consuming the money that should be building retirement wealth, and most Americans do not see the direct connection. Here are the numbers. According to Northwestern Mutual's 2026 Planning and Progress study, the top reasons Americans cite for not saving enough for retirement are day-to-day necessities, 63%, credit card debt, 40%, mortgage or rent, 35%, student loans, a significant factor for workers under 40. 40% of Americans say credit card debt specifically is blocking their retirement savings. Not irresponsible spending, not laziness. Debt payments. And here is the math that connects these two videos directly. If you were paying $300 per month in credit card interest, and instead you invested that $300 per month for 30 years at 7%, you would have $302,000 more at retirement. $300,000. That is sitting in a credit card company's profit column instead of your retirement account. Debt and retirement savings are not separate financial problems. They are the same problem viewed from two different directions. Every dollar going to high-interest debt is a dollar not compounding for your future. Okay, now let us talk about what you actually do. I am going to give you a clear action plan based on which decade you are in right now. If you are in your 20s, time is your most powerful asset, and you do not fully realize it yet. Start with just 1% of your income invested in your 401k. Then increase it by 1% every 6 months until you hit 15%. If your employer offers a match, contribute at least enough to get the full match. That is an immediate 50 to 100% return on that money. Nothing else in investing gives you that. Open a Roth IRA. In 2026, you can contribute up to $7,500 per year. Tax-free growth. Tax-free withdrawals in retirement. Do not wait until you have your finances perfect. Start with whatever you have. Starting is the entire game in your 20s. If you are in your 30s, this is your most important decade for retirement savings. The math of compounding is still strongly in your favor, but the window is narrowing. Your target, 15% of gross income going to retirement accounts every single month, non-negotiable. If you have high-interest credit card debt, attack it aggressively and simultaneously invest at least enough to get the full employer match. Do not pause investing entirely to pay debt. Build a 3 to 6 month emergency fund so that a single unexpected expense does not derail your investment plan. If you are in your 40s, the window is real, but you still have meaningful time. In 2026, if you are 50 or older, the IRS allows catch-up contributions, an extra $8,000 on top of the standard 401k limit, an extra $1,000 on top of the IRA limit. Use every dollar of this. The single most powerful move in your 40s is to stop all lifestyle inflation immediately. Every raise from this point forward, the first 50% goes directly to retirement accounts before you see it. And delay Social Security claiming as long as possible. Every year you delay past your full retirement age adds 0% per year to your lifetime benefit. Waiting from 62 to 70 can increase your monthly benefit by over 75%. Let me leave you with one final thought. The average American retiree today has $288,700. They needed $823,800. That gap did not happen because they were irresponsible. It happened because the system changed. Pensions disappeared. Social Security weakened. Debt grew. Lifestyle expanded. And nobody gave them a clear roadmap to navigate all of it at once. Now you have that roadmap. The difference between retiring comfortably and retiring broke is not income. It is not intelligence. It is a system, applied consistently, starting as early as possible. In the next video, I'm going to show you exactly how to start investing with just $100 after paying off debt, because you do not need to be debt-free to start building wealth. Subscribe so you do not miss it. And if this video made you think about your own retirement plan, share it with one person who needs to hear this today. I will see you in the next one.